Monday motivation today is about moving forward while carrying the weight of past hurts. Have you ever felt like your heart is ready to move forward, but your body and mind are still carrying the weight of past hurts? This question is powerful and also relatable to most anyone. We all go through hard times in our lives, and as we deal with those traumas or difficult times, I invite you to think about this question and what it means to you personally. So, good afternoon or evening, everyone. My name is Terry Stirk. It is an honor to be here today and to share time with you. You are all survivors and warriors in your own right, and each of you is on a personal healing journey, not just for your body, but also for your mind and spirit. I come to you today to create an environment of empathy and hope, providing comfort for those of you who do feel weighed down by past hurts. Today we're exploring what it means to want to move forward but feel held back by past pain. It's like standing at the edge of something new with hope in your heart, but feeling that your body and mind aren't quite ready yet. That's not something we talk about enough, yet so many people experience it. If you're here, you're probably familiar with this feeling. I know most of us in this group probably are. I want to share some thoughts on understanding and addressing these challenges and how we can do it together. So first, the first step is identifying the weight. What is it? Let's recognize the backpack analogy. Can you imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones? Each stone represents unresolved pain, a past regret or trauma, any sort of a physical or emotional difficulty. Maybe it's betrayal, a loss, an illness, or a series of challenging experiences built upon each other over time. That weight slows us down, tires us out, and makes it hard to enjoy anything. Visualize the heaviness you might feel with this backpack. Some of you might find it difficult to pinpoint precisely the pain that is weighing you down. I invite you to consider your backpack and what might be in it. What are some of the heaviest things in your backpack? How are they affecting you in your day-to-day life? You may find it helpful to identify specific things that make it hard to move forward, recognizing that these weights exist in a courageous first step, a testament to your strength and resilience. They're the things slowing down your healing. It's different for all of us. But with your self-awareness, I assure you that acknowledging these burdens is part of the healing journey. You may feel shame or guilt for feeling weighed down. So remember that these emotions are natural and nothing to be ashamed of. We all do it. We're human. We hold on to things, and that's what creates heavy backpacks. So let's talk about the mind-body connection. When we experience trauma, whether it's a physical illness or some other sort of trauma, it doesn't just affect our minds. It also manifests in our bodies. For example, when reminded of something painful, we might feel tightness in our chest, or headaches, or even a sudden need to withdraw from life for that day or that week. Trauma creates patterns in our body, making it impossible to fully let go. If you are new to the concept that emotional wounds can lead to physical symptoms, be encouraged that these are normal responses, part of how our body tries to cope with what we've been through. You're not alone in this experience. The body remembers. Even when our heart wants to move on, our body remembers the physical pains it's been through. When you've been through so much, physically and emotionally, the challenge is that your mind may want to move forward, but your body remembers and retains that weight, that pain. Healing isn't about forgetting the past. It's about learning to live with it in a way that no longer hurts you or holds you back. The journey forward isn't about erasing the past. Many people think healing means forgetting. It certainly doesn't. You'll never forget, but healing does mean processing that hurt to relieve some of that pressure. Over the past 20 years, my life has been a compilation of traumatic events. I talked about these in my last book. Each is a piece of a puzzle that now interlocks to form the collage of my life. In 2003, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. This shocking revelation coincided with my 40th birthday, while my children were still young. They were 7 and 10. Tragedy struck again 3 years later when we lost a family member who took his own life. It was a terrible experience and a tough one to heal. When I had spent so much time saving my own life, he decided to take his. These experiences, along with many others, have shaped my understanding of trauma and healing. And I share them with you today in a hope that they can provide comfort or inspiration, a feeling that you're not alone. Life hurts for all of us. In 2011, my world was shaken once more when I lost my mother unexpectedly after a brief illness. That same year, I was displaced from my job, the job I had had for more than 20 years. 2 years later, in 2013, I received my second diagnosis of breast cancer. Then 2 years later was marked by the loss of my father after progressive dementia and mobility loss. A year later, in 2016, I lost one of my closest friends to metastatic breast cancer. We had been diagnosed about 2 years apart originally. In 2017, my family experienced the death of my mother-in-law, also after a long illness. And then I experienced another job loss, as well as family estrangement that continues to be unhealed to this day. That's a lot. It's a lot to happen in 20 years, and I'm sure the difficulties in my life are not over. But these events left me questioning what was next. The chronic stress and emotional strain left me struggling to heal. That unhealed pain blocked any effort I made to move forward. So how do we move forward when we have the weight of a big old backpack holding us down? Steps toward healing. There's 3 things that I'll talk about tonight. Acknowledge and accept the feelings is number 1. It's easy to just shove it under a blanket, shove it aside, but healing begins with self-compassion. It's okay to feel the way you do. Let go of any shame or guilt for feeling stuck. I remember when I felt guilty for the impact my cancer diagnosis had on my family, on my children. Not only did I need to heal, but also they needed to heal. That's a natural response from all of us who are moms. Dealing with that past pain can keep us stuck. Be kind to yourself as you would to a dear friend in need. Let's take a break now. Place a hand on your chest and close your eyes. And take a deep breath. And hold for 6 counts. Then exhale for 6 counts. This is time in your moment of self-acceptance. When you feel overwhelmed or you feel stressed, accepting those feelings with those deep breaths can help you find self-acceptance. It helps you know that it's okay to be where you are now. This realization can be deeply healing. So don't forget to breathe when you feel overwhelmed. Release feelings through expression. This is number 2. Expressing your emotions is like emptying one stone at a time from that backpack. You might journal your feelings, or you might talk to a friend, or a therapist, or some other trusted confidant. You might find a creative outlet. Just as your body carries the memory of your pain, your past pain, it can also release it with expression. It can be so freeing and lighten your load to let go of some past pain that you've been carrying around. Expressing these emotions isn't just talking about them, but releasing their hold on your mind and body. Expression is a gentle way of emptying the backpack, little by little. I encourage you to determine what works best for you. I've just given you some ideas, things that worked for me. The third thing I want to discuss is take gentle, mindful steps forward. Taking small steps means we don't have to rush. We can gently and gradually nurture ourselves and create a new path forward, even just one small step at a time. Remember that healing doesn't happen all at once. Taking things one day at a time with compassion is just a valid journey, just as valid as any other journey. Examples of small daily practices that can help you start your healing is a gratitude journal. Tracking the 5 things you're grateful for each day is amazing. Mindfulness exercises like a daily walk in nature. These are things that are gentle and mindful, and they help you take steps forward. There are many others. Those are just 2 that I thought would be helpful. So if you feel like your heart is ready to move forward, but your body and mind are still carrying the weight of past hurts, you are perfectly normal. These feelings don't define your worth or your future. Remember that. Finding your way forward despite the weight of your past begins with these small steps toward healing. You're already showing courage just by being here and exploring these ideas with an open heart. If progress feels slow, remember it's still progress. Healing isn't a straight line, and that's okay. Sometimes we take steps back to take steps forward. Over time, though, every small step forward makes a difference, and eventually those steps lighten the weight of the past. Healing allows us to shed the weight little by little and to embrace a future, the future, with a lighter heart. So as you walk forward from today, take each step knowing hope and strength are waiting for you. You don't walk this path alone, ever. Everyone's journey is unique, and healing happens at the right pace for you. Thank you for your presence today, and your courage and your openness to explore these difficult truths. Holding on to the past is a heavy burden to carry around. But taking small steps will help you move forward and lighten your load. I hope you found this talk helpful. As always, I'm cheering you on. Have a great evening. Goodbye.